are shaken and stirred.
Now, Kunal, of course, Big Bang Theory. It's the biggest show on the planet. Congratulations.
Yes. But what was the point, though, where you realized this is a huge show? I mean, like, they can tell you that, but like, when
you know, it's because you're an actor and you're always thinking, no matter what happens this year, your ratings are going to go down and you're going to get out of a job. All your savings will be taken from you, and you'll never act again. And you're not that talented, and you just got lucky.
Keep going.
Exactly.
It's a great industry, isn't it?
It's man. You know, to be honest, everything changed after syndication. After other networks, other channels bought the show and it started airing everywhere all over the world, that's when things changed. That's when I knew, wow, this is something really special.
Well, like, it's one of the weirdest things. Rove, let me take over.
Sure.
You know, the thing is, when,
oh, my God.
When you go out to a restaurant and you did something, like, what was like the time when you were like, this is huge? You're like,
I think 2 years ago, that's like last year, at the beginning of last year, that's when everything changed. Like, we were in Maui on the beach and TMZ is taking our photographs, and I'm like, oh, that's how fat I am. And
that's just because you had your balls out.
Exactly.
You need to wear shorts, more shorts, please.
I know, exactly. I was naked at the time, but you know, it's a weird thing about that you say that. I'm sure you know, it's just a weird thing about people taking your photographs and they ask you insane questions just to get a rise out of you. And so I just ignore them.
So have you been, like, when you were back in New Delhi, had you noticed that it...
Yeah.
Because it does play there.
I was on a train to a small town of, like, of 200,000 people. But,
tiny. In India,
but how do they survive?
It's a small town, you wouldn't think, but a group of college students were like, oh my God, that's Raj from the Big Bang Theory. And then I was like, wow, this really has global reach. And it was just, it's very humbling. We're very, just, you know, I'm just me.
What I think is great is a lot of shows will do promotional things for their fans. You guys have done probably the coolest thing ever by saying we're going to send someone into outer space.
Yeah, at Comic-Con this year, we gifted one of our audience members a golden ticket to space. So SpaceX, the company, is going to space in 2 years, and now they're doing all the shuttles. And this woman who won is already in training, and they take off. And they go, within 7 minutes, they're in the orbit, or something like that, 15 minutes, they're in the orbit. They circle for about 7 minutes. It takes 45 minutes to come back down, and you're done.
That's ridiculous.
That's amazing.
Would you do it?
That's a hit show.
Would you do it?
Yeah, I
would never do it.
Shit, yeah, I would do it.
I'd go get in a jet with another person at this angle, within 7 minutes, be in space.
I would love to do that.
How about jumping out of a plane? I don't want to do that.
I've done that. I've done
jumping
that.
out of a plane, you're attached to somebody.
No, I wasn't.
You
no,
weren't?
my
Well, then you got
friend.
ripped off.
Have you done the single
I
person?
fell out.
Oh, okay.
Terrifying. No, I did. I did the
would you
single.
do it? Would you go to space?
I wouldn't go to space, but jumping out of an airplane seemed safer to me.
So does that mean you know how to skydive by yourself?
Yes, I took a longer course.
When you first jump, though, you have to jump with somebody.
That's not true, sir.
That is true.
I will fight you, Rob. I went to Paris Valley, and you have two options.
You said Paris, like we all thought Paris. Ooh,
I went to Paris Valley. And you have two options. You can do the sort of quickie, a couple hour, or even an hour, and then you go tandem. Or you can stay the whole fucking day, and it's 100 degrees. And then you get to fly. Now, I say fly. You get to jump. Someone is jumping with you, across from you, but you're not attached to them.
Oh.
So if something happens,
arms?
I don't know, they just go like, oh my God, you're gonna die.
They wave.
Yeah.
Bye.
What do you mean they're across from you? You're out.
They really are. They could grab you. They're in arm's reach.
But you're
I have a video
falling,
with me falling to David Lee Roth singing Jump to prove it.
I love that song.
Do you know the thing that I found with skydiving was the air hitting your teeth is the worst feeling in the world. It's so cold, you don't realize.
I found the feeling of shit coming out of my mouth, coming down my legs. Probably worse.
I love shit jokes.
That's true.
I love shit jokes.
Would you skydive? Would you space jumps? Would you something?
Because you're going right now.
We have a shuttle standing by.
I don't know. If my wife really wanted to, I will. But, you know, I don't know. I just think I'm so, you know, I don't even like Six Flags.
So you wouldn't do it? You wouldn't do any kind of roller coasters or?
No, I know. I do the roller coasters now.
What about the vomit comet thing? That'd be great.
It's called Vomit Comet. It's called vomit comet.
Something happens when you get older. And I remember my father, because I'd be like, let's go on the tilt-a-whirl and then have cotton candy. And I remember him saying, when you get older, you'll understand. Something does happen.
No, it does happen. If my wife ends up using my pillow for the next 2 days, I'm like this. Honey, you used my pillow last night. And where's my ass pillow? The pillow for my ass. I can't, now my hips are out. You know,
I would like to bring up a lovely connection at this point that the country of Australia has with Rob Schneider.
I love Australia.
Which, I don't know if this is tempered at all in any way, because we were the country that put forward your death rumour.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know what, this happened with Eric Idle, who was on the show last week. It's happened with Jeff Goldblum.
I hope to God it happens to me.
It's almost a sign that you've made it.
Well, no, yes.
So there was a rumour that you had died.
There was a rumour that I had died in Australia, so everything's working out pretty good for me.
You are welcome, sir.
I'm not done yet. Okay, now I'm ready.
Okay, so how did you hear about it?
Well, my friend said, hi, there's a message on my answer. Rob, if you're still alive, can you call me? Because I just heard you died in a car crash in Australia. So that's the first thing. And then so my friend Luciano from Italy said, Rob, here's the terrible thing about you. I know you're about 5 hours behind, but anyway, listen, I know you're on the West Coast, but if you're still breathing, call me. I want to know you're okay. I got to go to lunch. And that was all I heard.
So hang on. So people hear Rob Schneider has died in Queensland, Australia, and their first idea is, I will call him and make sure he's okay.
Or they should
Hey, Rob,
have said,
if you're not dead, call me back.
yeah, or we're ahead of you in time, so it hasn't happened yet.
That's a good point.
Stay in
Very
bed.
good point, yes.
You know what happens is, that's what happens with the media now. It's so fast that somebody says one thing and then it gets somebody else says it and then...
I try and start those kind of rumors about myself all the time to sort of up my, ante. Twitter rumors, but when it comes out from my Twitter account, it's just not,
I got calls when Roy Scheider died because it was close. It's Roy Scheider and Rob Schneider, so it goes by. So if you say it fast, Roy Scheider died. What happened?
Well, I have a list here of people who have celebrity death rumours. So you join a very illustrious list. Johnny Depp, Russell Crowe, Taylor Lautner, Tom Hanks, Tom Cruise.
You know, it'd be nice if we can aggregate the salary and then split it up.
Most of them seem to involve falling off a cliff in New Zealand, so we should probably blame them for it. It's almost like it's enough of a half-step removed.
You believe those guys falling off a cliff. Me, I wouldn't be anywhere near it. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, he died on a roller coaster. That can't be true. That can't be true. Now you're getting back to your stand-up roots, which is exciting. In fact, you've got a gig tonight where
I started out as a stand-up, and then no one ever knew that I did it. And then Chris Rock and Adam Sandler kind of intimidated me into doing it again. And so I just started performing again. It's been fun. You know, it's live, and I performed in Australia 2 years ago, and I'm going back. I loved it. They're the best audiences, the most beautiful theaters in the world. You know, I mean, great crowds, and they're really appreciative and rowdy too.
That's what we do very well. Yeah. Very well.
Yeah.
Do you still, like, it's nice that after all these years, you and Sandler and David Spade, like, you've got this really nice group of friends from your SNL days.
Yeah,
you still kind of hang out, you get to work together, which
work together is fun because, you know, we know what makes each other laugh, and that's just pretty good, you know. And then it's also, you know, how you can, you know, humiliate and tease each other, which is basically what it is. But it's been a lot of fun. I mean, Adam Sandler's one of those guys. Like when we first worked, the thing like you said, none of us could get work. None of us were getting jobs doing anything, you know. And then Adam, I remember, got this first crappy movie called The Unsinkable Shecky Moskowitz. It's basically his porno without the sex, you know.
Oh, disappointing.
But so anyway, you know, but I was always, you got a movie? What was that like? You know, it was always incredible. And then we got on Saturday Night Live together, and, you know, it just at the time, that was like, you know, the most amazing thing. And just, it's 20 years later now. It's weird. And it'll happen to you. It'll catch up to you.
First time with the friends, that's the problem. Kerri, how long have you been with the team that you made Reno 911 with?
Yes.
How many years?
Tom
has that
Lennon and
been?
Ben Grant.
Yeah, which is
we
fantastic.
started together.
We had Wendy McClendon-Covey on the show a couple of
Oh, love.
How many years has that been now for you guys?
Well, only Tom and Ben and I, of that group, knew each other because we had a sketch comedy group started in 1988 at NYU called The State. Wow. And then we did a show called Viva Variety on Comedy Central, hold for the applause, nobody saw it. Then obviously we created Reno 911 together, and now other projects like David Wayne, we did Wanderlust with Judd Apatow last year.
Which is fantastic.
Not a lot of people saw it, but I agree. It's a funny fucking movie.
It was great. Now, there was a scene where Jennifer Aniston in that movie,
yes,
where she went to flash her breasts.
There's a scene where Jennifer Aniston and Malin Ackerman and I are butt-ass naked in a bed spooning. That happened.
Will that footage ever see the light of day?
Oh, it exists.
So there was nude scenes shot
I
with you
believe
guys.
it is on the DVD.
Oh, really?
Hey.
And
Where'd the audience go?
everyone goes online as we speak.
Yes, I believe.
Were you really like nudie?
Oh,
under
we
the
were
streets?
butt ass naked.
So how does it feel to spoon Jennifer Aniston
Really
naked?
nice. I don't mean in a sexual way. She's just made of butter.
If I was spooning her, I'd do it in a sexual way.
Yeah. Fair enough. Well, when we come back, it's the random question hat.